High within the branches of a giant, ancient oak tree lived a hidden village of Treekids. These tiny people were no bigger than a human thumb, living in a world of wonder. Their homes were masterfully crafted from hollowed acorn shells, dried leaves, and thick, soft moss. Intricate bridges made of twisted vines connected the homes, swaying gently in the high breeze. Tiny flower gardens bloomed in the sunlight, and a bird's old nest served as a playground. Lila was the bravest Treekin of all, easily spotted by her bright green tunic and feather. Her best friend Pip was a cheerful boy who spent his days chasing falling raindrops. One bright, sunny afternoon, the two friends climbed to the very highest branch to play. Suddenly, the cheerful blue sky shifted, turning a deep, ominous shade of dark gray. Pip looked upward, his eyes widening as he pointed at the gathering wall of black clouds. The wind began to pick up, whistling through the branches with a low, haunting sound. Leaves began to rustle violently, shaking the entire village as the air grew cold. Then came a deep, rolling sound that vibrated through the wood. A loud, booming thunder. Lila gasped, realizing the danger, and shouted, "It is a big storm! We must warn everyone!" The Treekins scrambled across the vine bridges, their tiny legs moving as fast as possible. Lila stood on a central branch, calling out, "Everyone inside! Tie down your bridges now!" The villagers rushed to secure their acorn homes, clutching onto the walls as the wind rose. The storm grew fierce, with rain pouring down from the sky like a heavy, cold waterfall. The giant oak tree began to sway, creaking under the pressure of the powerful howling wind. The movement was rhythmic and terrifying. Creak, creak, sway, as the tree fought the gale. Suddenly, a primary vine bridge snapped, sending a jolt through the entire village structure. Grandma Treekin cried out as her acorn home began to slide dangerously off the branch. Lila did not hesitate for a single second, acting with the courage of a true hero. She grabbed a long, sturdy strand of spider silk, preparing to swing across the gap. With a leap of faith, she swung through the rain, calling, "Hold on, Grandma! I am coming!" Pip followed close behind, his face set in determination as he reached out to help. Together, they grabbed Grandma Treekin, pulling her to the safety of a thicker branch. Her little acorn house tumbled away into the darkness below, but she was safe. The wind howled even louder, tearing the leaf roof right off the Treekin's small playground. The baby Treekins began to cry, frightened by the loud noises and the shaking tree. Lila looked around, her mind racing for a solution to protect her frightened friends. She shouted over the roar of the storm, "We need a shelter! Bring your biggest leaves!" The Treekins moved as one, gathering large, sturdy leaves from the surrounding branches. They stacked the leaves in a pile, working frantically to create a protective barrier. Pip found some sticky tree sap, using it to glue the edges of the leaves together. Lila climbed to the very top of the pile, tying the structure with a strong vine. A bright flash of lightning illuminated the sky, followed instantly by a deafening crack. The thunder shook the entire oak tree, but the new leaf shelter held its ground. Inside, the Treekins huddled together, their small hands clasped tightly in the darkness. To keep their spirits high, they began to sing a brave, rhythmic little song together. "Wind may blow and rain may fall," they sang, their voices rising above the storm. "But Treekins stand together tall," they continued, finding strength in their shared unity. Slowly, the intensity of the storm began to fade, the wind settling into a breeze. The heavy rain turned into a soft, rhythmic pitter-patter against the leaf shelter walls. The dark clouds finally parted, allowing a sliver of golden light to pierce through. A beautiful, vibrant rainbow stretched across the horizon, signaling the end of the danger. When the sun finally emerged, the Treekins cautiously peeked out from their makeshift home. Their village looked quite messy, with debris scattered across the branches and broken bridges. Lila looked at her friends, seeing their tired but relieved faces, and she smiled warmly. "We did it," she said. "The storm was scary, but we stayed strong by helping each other." Pip nodded, looking at the scattered leaves. "And now we can build an even better village." The Treekins began the work of restoration, moving with a renewed sense of purpose. They repaired the broken bridges, weaving new, stronger vines to connect their homes again. New roofs were fashioned from fresh green leaves, carefully selected for their durability. They even improved the playground, adding extra soft moss to make it safer than before. The village slowly returned to its former beauty, filled with the sounds of happy work. From that day forward, the Treekins were never afraid when the dark clouds gathered. They knew that as long as they stood together, they could weather any storm. The giant oak tree remained their sanctuary, a place of teamwork, laughter, and endless love. Lila and Pip watched the sunset, knowing they were ready for whatever tomorrow might bring.
Hi friends! If you love adventures with the 3 Sista tales, tap that like button, share this magic with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the bell so you never miss a storytime surprise. Thanks for being part of our sister squad. See you in the next tale.